Hi, Akwaba. Welcome to the MELANATED kitchen. I am Abna Nyakwa. I hope you've enjoyed our menus so far and you've been trying them. Today we are joining our family from the Volta region, and we are making Banku and Okro stew. This is our version of Banku and Okro stew, but it tastes as good. Let's go to the kitchen and try our hands on. But before that, please like, subscribe and share our channels. This is our garden eggs we've cut in cubes, and we are going to cook for 10 minutes. So we put that on the heat, and then we also have one of the very important ingredients of this stew. That's the okro. So I've also grated it. This is the last one. So I grate my okro, and I'm also going to cook that for 10 minutes also, so that when I add it to the stew, it doesn't have to stay on too long. So I just pour the remaining into the saucepan, the pan, and then add a little water. Just add a little water, enough water to cook it, and then you put it on the fire for 10 minutes under medium heat. So that's whilst the two are cooking, boiling a bit, we start with our stew. As you can see, our palm oil is also on the heat, and we pour in our onions. That's 2 medium-sized onions. This depends on the size of the servings. This is for 8 to 10 servings. So we leave our onions to cook, and then we blend our pepper. I'm using 2 bell peppers, half of a green pepper, onion, just a quarter onion that was left of the 2 medium-sized, and then ginger. So I'll blend this and then pour in the onion. So for now, you just blend everything together. The bell peppers, mixing the peppers and gingers, everything gives it a nice flavor. That's why I always like to mix it. You just have to keep on stirring your okro. You can see it's slimy, but that's how we want it to be, and we want to maintain the color also. So we already have our pepper in there, the blend in there. We add salt to taste, and then we also add our good old spice mix. Now my spice mix is almost running out, so I need to make a new one. So we give it a stir, and then you keep on checking on your okro, which is almost done. Yeah, now it's almost done. You can tell it's gone foamy, and then the color has changed just a little bit. We don't want it to change any further, so we just turn off the heat. Yeah, so that's it for the okra. And then we'll check our garden eggs also, which is also ready. Yes, so we just turn it off and drain almost all the water out. So When we come to our stew, it started already. The onions are nicely browned, and then our peppers have nicely also cooked. It's still simmering. So we're going to, at this point, we're going to add our tomatoes. That's the chopped tomatoes. Not much, because okra stew doesn't like too much tomatoes. So just a couple of tomatoes, just about 4 tomatoes, and that's 4 medium-sized ones, and that's it. And you don't let it cook. With this food, you cook, but don't overcook it. And one thing about this meal is that there's a lot of fiber. It has a lot of vegetables with the okra, with the garden eggs, with the tomatoes. They all have their nutritional benefits. So you just put it on, just cook it, but not overcook it, so that you retain its nutrients as well. Now we add our fish. I add my fish. I have different types of fishes. I have safro, I have red snapper, I have tuna, I have doctor fish. They are all smoked, so I add everything. And at this stage, I add it at this stage because I want the juice from the stew to go into the fish, and then the taste of the fish also to go into the stew. So I add my herrings powder. It's just herrings, and I've grinded it. So I add my herrings powder also to it, and it gives it also a nice flavor. It makes it very tasty. At this stage, I'm just adding my chopped and cooked garden eggs. You just add it to it. You can have it any shape you want, but normally that's how I want it. And I left there's a little juice at the bottom, but it's okay because I want the stew a little runny, so it's just okay. Because I have the fish in there, I don't want to overstir it, because I don't want to break the fish. So you just fold it in a bit and leave it on for a few more minutes, and we'll be done in no time. So as you can see, this on its own is garden egg stew. So that's how garden egg stew is prepared. So the difference here is that we're going to add our okra to it. So remember, the okra is also already cooked. So we just mix it up nicely, and that's it. It will be ready. So there we go. Our okra stew in our own way. It's slightly different, a slight twist to it from the way the Ewes do it. But trust me, this is equally good. This is equally good, just with fish and nothing else. So that's it. It's ready. Can tell how the okra makes it so slimy, and it really goes down well and easily in your throat. So it's ready. Now we're going to make our banku. We're going to make our banku, which goes with our okra stew. So with the banku, it doesn't take too long to cook, but you have to make sure it's well cooked. We have 1 portion of corn dough. That is corn that is milled. No, this is gari. We have a gari, and then 1 portion of corn dough. That's corn that is soaked in water and milled. And then this is a cassava dough. That's cassava that is also milled. It's the same portion. And then you add 1/4 of gari to it, which is optional. I add my gari, and gari is gluten-free, and then some of the starch contents has also been taken out from the gari, so it doesn't, even though you're adding the gari, it doesn't make it too the starch content too high. It just makes it easier and nicer, gives it a nicer texture, if I should say it that way. So you stir it and make sure you have all these lumps out, before you even put it on the fire, because you don't want to have banku with lumps. That's the last thing you'd want to eat. So we get it in a paste. Everything is almost in a paste form, and the lumps are all dissolved nicely. So I have my control meal stew, which I've already prepared, and that's for tomorrow. So I just give it a last stir, and I think my control meal stew is ready. And okra stew is also waiting for the banku. So now the banku is on the heat, we stir, and then it starts to stiffen up. So at this stage, you have to knead it. You have to knead it and make sure you get every lump that might be forming out. You knead it for a while. Make sure everything is smooth. It's nicely smoothened out. Yes. And then you add a bit of water on the sides for it to steam nicely. You do it over for about 2 or 3 times and your banku will be ready. So we do this, we pour water on it and then we cover it. After a few minutes, 5 minutes, you come back, you take it out, you stir it, and then you repeat it about 2 or 3 times and your banku will be ready. So as you're stirring, you're adding water, it's going a bit lighter, so it's easier to knead. And normally, if you are doing this for the first time, I advise you do a very small portion so that you master the art of doing it before you can start in bigger portions. So now our banku is just about ready and we're going to mold it. These days they mold it, they put it in rubber, a polythene bag, and it's easier to mold that way, but it's also carcinogenous because you get the polythene dissolving in the food, and that's very bad. So just go the old way where they used to use calabashes, or you can use just a small bowl like I am doing. You just put it in and then put a little water around it, and you've gotten your banku nicely molded. You can even just dish it out without molding it. Normally, that's how I even like it. So we get our banku. Yeah, that is nicely molded, you see, and it's ready to be eaten. So we dish out our okra stew. Yeah, that's looks very yummy, and I just can't wait to dig in. So now to the most important bit. Everybody is invited. You are all invited to have a share in our banku and okra stew. Let's see how it tastes. Today I've washed my hands already, so we go straight, we dig in. Now you know how okra is. It's a little slimy, not too much, just as I like it. The okra makes the swallowing slide through the throat so smoothly, and it's so nice and tasty. Try your hands on. Leave comments if you have any questions. We'll always attend to you. Enjoy and stay healthy. So we meet again next week on the Melanated Kitchen. It's bye for now whilst I finish my banku.